What's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. This is kind of an impromptu video while I'm running around getting the boys to and from school today. I'm just doing a video when and where I can. So I'm just kind of wanting to get a little feedback. I haven't posted in a while. I asked for some follows on Twitter, which is now X. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Stonkterdamus. So I really didn't get a good response from that, which is fine. If you don't want to follow me, you know, that's your prerogative. But I'm just going to be straight up with you. You know, a lot of people have pushed AMC for a really long time, for 2 years now, you know, and you'll hear them every day. This is it. This is it. This is the squeeze. We're going to the moon. You know, moon or zero. And, you know, I realize that a lot of retail only has like $100. Some do have more, but a lot of these people that hold this philosophy, diamond handing, etc., you don't have a lot of them a large amount of money on the line. Now, I know that's not everyone, because I have clients who have a lot of money in this play, and some of them have even held against my advice. But the point I wanted to make, I had recommended the $5 January 2024 AMC put options, if anything, to mitigate risk, as capital preservation should always be the primary focus. You got to have ammo, you got to keep going. So I did not get a good response from that. Actually, I got no response. These put options shot up 150% yesterday. I had also been recommending shorting SPY. And of course, you all know we have to constant. Where'd that rock come from? Always a rock hitting the windshield. That's why we got cameras for. But you know, I had recommended shorting Nvidia. I think on that one, because I have had to buy more puts. I think I'm up around like 50% or so at this point. I was recommending shorting Li Auto. I had recommended a Rite Aid. That was 1,000% profit on the calls in literal minutes. Tupperware, that was 1,000% profit on calls in about a week or so. And stock gains on both of those. It was good profits, a couple hundred, a few %. That's really beside the point. My point is that anyone who follows me, I care about you. I don't have to know you. You know, I know there's a lot of you out there that have families, and you're trying to do something great for your family. So I care, man. I want to help you. But unfortunately, it's just not getting a good response. And meanwhile, all these guys that have been recommending AMC for months, years, every day is the short squeeze, right? They never predict anything. If you check my Twitter, I mean, the 3 days, the Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday leading up to the reverse split, my predictions were eerily accurate. And they're always, not always, but they're generally very accurate. I do very well, but, and I know there might be some smart ass saying, "Oh, he's salty." No, I'm not salty. I'm honestly, I'm just confused. I don't understand why. Well, I think I do understand, and I don't mean this in an offensive way, but I do think that most people are pretty stupid, right? So it makes sense that people are looking for confirmation bias. It makes sense that they're going to these channels that's all about hype, hopium, FOMO, and YOLO. We're going to the moon, dog. We're going to get rich, man. And guess what? They're not. They've lost you a great deal of money. As a matter of fact, in the last month, if you just followed my suggestions, you should have at least earned 2,300% profit. But you're losing everything instead. You lost half of your AMC, 50% in APE. Then it ends up dropping and I'm talking like post or pre-reverse split, drops about 80%. So there's 80% of that gone. Then you get one share for every 7.5. So that's like another like 75% or so gone. Then there's a 1-for-10 reverse split. You lose 90% of your shares there with a 1,000% higher average cost. Cost to borrow dramatically plummets, which is why I've suggested for a long time, get put options. Yet, I don't have a big following. And I do appreciate all of you who follow me. Don't take this the wrong way. I'm not ungrateful. For everyone I do have, I am grateful. But as a single father of 5 boys, with zero support, I often ask myself, is this worth my time? Am I enriching people's lives so they can in turn flourish and enhance the lives of those around them? I don't know, because I don't get much of a feedback. Now, I will say, I have whales that follow me, and I would rather have some high quality whales than a bunch of retail with like $100 to spend, right? Sorry for the interruption there. Had to drop one son off. A lot of my trading and investing is done in the car. If I'm not multitasking, then I'm sleeping. So that's exactly my point. I really started this, doing this online because I realized how corrupt the market is. And that's why the first thing I've always taught is, they're looking to screw you. They're looking to rob you. They're looking to take all your money. So we've talked about that, fundamentals. We talk about positive or negative catalysts, key economic dates, etc. I've tried to provide quality content with a focus on profits, not feeding your ego, and not getting followers, not recommending things that I buy just because I buy them. And if you check my track record, I've had a lot of accurate predictions, a lot of them. And I'm just really wondering if it's worth it, if it's going anywhere. Now, it is in my DNA to motivate, encourage, and inspire people. I want to see everyone doing well. I want to see people doing as well as me. Now, it is my belief that most people are not only stupid, but lazy. So, it does make sense. I know of some other guys that I think they are good at what they do, and they have the same issue as me. So this is not an isolated incident. It's nothing, in other words, I take personal, right? But I'm just wondering, what does everyone want to see? Do you want to, would you more appreciate content if I just cover a handful of stocks and just tell you every day it's going to the moon? What are you looking for? And so I would appreciate any feedback I can get. But like I said, I just, I don't have a lot of time, extra time. So it's like, I was making these corny videos because it's like on these, on TikTok and Twitter, it's a video platform. But that's why I'm trying to get everyone to go to Twitter. And I'm like, I don't know. To me, it's just insane. Like, if I seen someone had a accurate track record and they're like, hey man, all you got to do is follow me on this app. And I'm just like, I'm not following you on that app. It's not worth it to make a bunch of money. That's just how I perceive it, because that's how it is. And again, if you don't want to, that's fine. But I've done this for a long time. I have a lot to teach. I currently don't even have coaching spots open because I get that much interest. I have to turn people away all the time. So I'm not saying that I get any negative feedback, because I don't, and I'm grateful for that. I only get positive feedback, and that's been great. But, I guess, and birds of a feather flock together. Most people are losing, so they relate to people that are providing this moral support, and you're all going through it together. And I empathize with your plight, okay? But A lot of you choose this, and remember, you chose this. You knew the risks. Adam Aaron is a sellout, and he even warned you about the great risk of the stock. Even though most of us don't know each other, I've tried to be a good friend to you. It just doesn't get me anywhere. And I don't really care about feeling appreciated, but if I'm not going to grow as a channel and eventually get to the point where I'm at least helping people, and people are actually taking the advice and saying, and don't get me wrong, I do have clients and I have people that have told me that, but it seems very minuscule, whereas the guys that just constantly have plugged AMC and basically lost you everything, they have tens of thousands of followers. And I get it. It's like the girl eating a stick of butter, you know? Millions of views, right? And the dude telling you how to get fit, you know, and talking about being in optimal health, you know, the triangle of optimal health. You have to be mentally, physically, and spiritually healthy. And they're really doing a fantastic job trying to help you. You still rather watch the girl eat sticks of butter. It's insane, right? But it is what it is, man. I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to figure out, like, what is it everyone's looking for? Why do you follow people who only lose you money? And some of these guys, and I'm not going to mention any names, I know are ex-hedge fund employees, and they're probably still working for them. So they just constantly cost you money. Why? Because hedge funds get rich when they make money. And how do they make money? When you lose money. So, you know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, you know, am I wasting my time? Is this ever going to be well received on a large scale? And I had someone ask me, sorry about that, but I'm literally constantly on the run. And I had someone ask me, why have you done this? Like, why have you spent all this time doing this for free, right? Well, it's because I want to add value. Money follows value. So I've always wanted to add value, number one. Number two, which is really number one, I care about people. Again, that's why I started this. It took me a lot of mistakes and failures to get where I'm at. It took a lot of relentless obsession. It took determination. It took perseverance. It took being a principle-based person. It took never giving up, even though everyone around me had always said, why don't you just give up? What do you think you're gonna do? Well, I'm not an average person. I'm nothing like most people, and most high-performance people aren't. I want to surround myself with high-value people who believe in themselves. And if they're not helping you to level up, in my opinion, they don't care about you. And I know a lot of people watching this, maybe from my Facebook, you could be from anywhere. A lot of you will work all your lives just to pay bills and die. And you bitch about it, but that's your choice. You choose that. And time again, I've shared, like, wow, I've done really great. And I'm often reminded, you know, that when people don't clap when you win, they're hoping you fail, you know? We live in a society with men and women where instead of uplifting each other, you know, it's like everyone just wants to be the best. And so they feel like if they're giving you any sort of recognition, that's taking something away from them. And this is why they'll always be losers, because of their state of mind, their attitude. And, you know, that's another thing I've discussed in the past. Make personal growth a daily priority. The three main areas that affect your life are attitude, emotions, and relationships in regard to your private life and investing. You know, and I've talked about, you know, I've even had to turn away people from coaching, you know, in the earlier times where, you know, I was more new to doing the whole coaching thing, right? But, you know, people don't want that value. You know, a lot of you would just rather go watch a girl eat a stick of butter and laugh about it. And that's fine. And that's why most people are poor and they don't have money. I mean, me, I always have money. I always have a fat stack of cash. My kids never want for anything. If anyone gets onto me, it's because my kids are too spoiled. I do better than I tell people. I don't even want people to know I do good. And it's the same thing I've told you all. If people know you're doing well, you don't know who's real and who's not. You know, and most people are fake. As soon as they find out you're doing good, man, damn, they are around all the time. That's just like, you can't get rid of people. You ever get to a bad situation in life, you hit rock bottom, you'll find out. And I've been in there in the past. You know, that's why I often say, you know, a person who has been broken / hit rock bottom, whatever, that's a real blessing, in my opinion, from God. Because believe me when I say, you do not know who is for you until you get to a place where you have nothing to offer anyone except for who you really are inside. And people who know me, you know, I love to joke and have fun. I'm a pretty goofy person. But when I'm doing this, it's serious. I mean, I'm focused. We're talking about personal growth and changes. And a lot of times, almost all the time, I'm doing this while I'm running and moving and multitasking. So, you know, I live a very high, fast-paced life. There isn't hanging out. There is no video games. There is no watching TV and movies. It's very rare. There's no sitting around and hanging friends. We're not going to go have a beer because I have better shit to do. There really isn't any enjoying life. So I'm not recommending anyone do what I do. It's very painful, mentally and physically. So, you know, I know a lot of people aren't built like this, you know. I'm built in a way where I live strictly for other people. I dedicate my life to the betterment of my boys and raising boys with, you know, high moral integrity. I want them to have good character and to be grounded, rounded, centered, and well-polished people. That's what matters to me. And that's why I don't hang around a great deal of people, because quite frankly, I just think it's embarrassing the way most people live their lives. So I don't want to go on too much of a rant about this. Just kind of speaking candidly. I just don't know if I'm wasting my time here. So if anyone has any suggestions, you know, maybe I will start a Discord again. The problem is I don't have a great deal of spare time. I'm not about sitting around and chit-chatting. I'm about making money. I've had someone tell me once, like, you know, why don't we collaborate? You know, you teach a class, etc. I'm not about sitting around. I'm about making money. I'm about action. Let me show you. I can show you a lot easier than I can tell you. So if you're making money, you're learning. And I guess that's pretty much all I have. I would appreciate any feedback. You know, and again, I'm just trying to figure out what is it everyone's looking for. And I think I know. And just to recap, most people are poor, so they're looking for a way to get rich. So they're watching the guys, the bullshitters, the hypesters that push hopium, and they're all about FOMO and YOLO, that are just telling you that you'll get rich. But you just keep losing money. You're in the red. You're not staying in the green. Now, some of you are. But the point is, why are you doing this? I often help people when we get into coaching. I need to know what your goals are, because I need to formulate a plan to meet your goals. So again, I guess that's all I have. So again, I appreciate any feedback or participation, sharing. You know, I can tell you it is frustrating. You know, in the past, I've recommended many things that have made people a lot of money. I rarely get a thank you, a like, a share on a post. You know, it's the same way with even friends and people I know on Facebook. You know, people can't even give you a little acknowledgement. It's like no one wants to have your back, and that's why they're poor fucking losers, right? So I just can't be around these kind of people. I have a very small circle, and I'm a big believer in leveling up and helping those around you level up, caring about people, being authentic and a sincere person. That's the type of stuff I'm about. And unfortunately, I've had both friends and family that just are not high value people, and they certainly aren't high performance people. So I started this because I cared. I went through it myself. I wanted to help those who were dealing with what I'm dealing with, only to find out that people, I feel, would rather me lie to them and just say every day, you're gonna get rich, it's going to the moon. It's insanity. Now soon, again, we're on the cusp of a economic downturn / recession. A lot of you have probably seen what's going on with Europe's economy, China, now Canada. A lot of our data is manipulated. I feel like I have a lot of value to add. Again, I've always told everybody, you can check my track record, you can check me out. But usually people are too lazy to do that too. So I'm going to end by saying this. If you're looking to make your life better, if you're looking to build wealth, if your goal is earning money, then I'm your guy. But if you're just one of these people that's got $100 and you're going to put, hey, I hope you do well, and I hope you can keep that going. But that's not what this channel is. This channel is about earning profits, and it's about capital preservation through risk mitigation. I can't tell you how many times in the past, whether it's Revlon, whatever, AMC, I've said many times, hey, this is where you sell, this is where the price is going. You could have shorted, you could have made double the money, you could have made money on the way down, you could have prevented losing money. I've added a lot of value, and it just doesn't seem appreciated. So I guess I'm going to wrap up by saying I hope you're all doing well. I'm looking forward to feedback, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.